Today's December 4th, 2019. This was the pressure cooker subway scare, August 17, 2019. And all this guy is telling you is how this 2-3 bypass, this section 230 with YouTube that gives them the ability to silence us, is going to be bypassed.
Putting safety first for our customers, we
Customers is the YouTube customers.
Immediately suspended service on line 2 and 3, and we commenced bypassing services on the other lines.
So they immediately suspended services on lines 2-3 bypass.
The other lines. We immediately suspended service on line 2 and 3, and we commenced bypassing services on the other lines.
Today with another update about YouTube and social media in general, although this one in particular is about YouTube's new terms of services that are changing on December 10th, 2019.
December 10th, 2019. December 9th, midnight, December 10th.
Videos. They are now developing policies to curb particularly the spouting of hate. They try to deal with the conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories. Yeah, well, see, they're not theories anymore.
There's a lot of medical quackery. They're beginning to try and tame it. But for the most part, they say, we're not a news organization.
So this is the debate over Section 230, the 2-3 bypass.
We say there are certain types of information that we know are not true, and it's harmful if people get the wrong information.
And of course, harmful is in the eye of the beholder. They come under a section of a law called Section 230. That means they can't be sued for the material that their users put up. So if you put up a video, they are not liable.
And that has it's basically enabled the internet as we know it. It's enabled us to have people upload content, not have every single comment be reviewed, not every single video be reviewed. And so it has enabled new types of communication, new types of community, new types of content that we just wouldn't have had beforehand. But it also gives us protection to remove content. That is a really important part of 230. So there's a Good Samaritan clause that actually enables us to remove content that is legal under US law, like mature content, adult content, hate content. So it actually gives us protections for that.
Her argument is constantly, we're a site where we give everybody a voice. That's who we are. That is our DNA. That is how we started and how we want to continue. Now, there's been a lot of objectionable things that have been posted, and I think that's why she agreed to give us this interview, Susan Wojcicki. So you have this huge protection. I know it allows you to run things, but look at all the things we've talked about that do get on your platform that have been harmful,
which we're removing, and that we're working on. And honestly, if there was laws that said this is the type of content you can't have, then we would remove it.
And then we've got a duration of 42 months, and
Mike from around the world is going to be with us Thursday night, December 5th. There's going to be a pulse of the 5 waves of energy, according to Mike from around the world, that's going to hit the earth on December 10th. But don't forget,
evening, morning.
also that comet, that interstellar comet, is going to be swinging around and doing a perihelium around the sun on December 8th, and then start headed toward the earth near December 28th, hopefully not in a million pieces. There's a lot going on here, a gravitational pull, there's a lot going on.
Triggers. They don't need the words though, do they? But sometimes when you have words, it actually can help trauma. When someone get words to it, it actually can help process the trauma, and when people can process the trauma, they do better. The words though, do they? But sometimes the words though, do they? But
And digital media exploitation. We have begun a social media scrub.
I can't find the video where it's showed it at, but they purposely showed you only 2-3, Route 2-3. Then they showed you Route 5 once and Route 5 again. Then they showed you Route 14. Because it's a 2-3 bypass. The 5th trumpet, seal, with the elite are playing out, the beast rising up from the pit, and then going to 1400 block of Philadelphia, Cherry Street. And this is Begley today.
There's been a factory exploded in the Sudan. Now, Mike from around the world told us that more and more
Yeah, of course, everybody that has a script is going to tell you what's going to happen.
factories are going to start blowing up, exploding. We just had another one. It just happened in the Sudan. 23 people are confirmed dead.
23. It's all about the 23 now on the 2-3 bypass and the 230, section 230. But not only that, when you get right to the 2-3 bypass, then just give yourself 45 days. Yeah, I mean, if you see the abomination desolation stand in the holy place, if you don't see it, well then this timeline won't work for you. First day of the month, the 24th day of the first month.
45 people are injured. The death toll is expected to rise in a catastrophic, cataclysmic explosion. That
Gideon, and it's quiet around here without him. But anyway, so now all I have to do is just laser focus Johnny on the delivery of the message to y'all, and laser focus Johnny on finishing what the Lord has tasked me with.
it says it's going to happen, not once, but twice. Revelation chapter 8. We will be hit twice. So even scientists are confirming the heavens are shaking, just like the Bible said. Jesus said it. Folks, we're living in the last days.
They're quiet around here without him. It's really sad. But anyway, so now all I have to do is just laser focus Johnny on the delivery of the message to y'all, and laser focus Johnny on finishing what the Lord has tasked me with.
There'll be no live broadcast today at 12 noon Eastern. Heidi has the 12 noon Eastern. 12 noon Eastern. 12 noon Eastern. Heidi 12 noon Eastern. Heidi has the.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. 12 noon Eastern, 12 noon when what is that click when time's up, right? Isn't time up when it's 12:12? I think so. When it's 12 noon. I know there's an 8:48 a.m., 9:03 a.m., 9:33 a.m. But don't forget about time being up at 12 noon when the sun goes down. Whether this is the second 9/11 at 12 noon. Nah, I think I'm gonna stick with the date, with the date, the times that I already said. 12 noon. Paul Begley's letting you know when the sun's gonna turn off. You know, when the sky's gonna. Let's put it this way: the sky, because this can mean 3 different things. The sky will be dark 12 noon. Why would the sky be dark? You figure it out.
We're running out of time.
144. Trump departs NATO summit in London en route to D.C. So what happened when he went to London? Before he went to London, somebody got stabbed, and then they start talking about Trump getting stabbed in the back by the Democrats. So he's on his way to Washington now. So the next 9/11 has D.C. written all over it, the White House.
Okay, guys. So sorry, man. All right, guys. So here's the thing. Mike.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, Click. I'm tired of it. God. Oh, so here's what my lie is today. Cyber something, huh? Yeah, that means we're getting shut down. I'm here, kind of like contending with the Prince of Persia. Oh, does that mean that you're contending with the Prince of Persia? Like you're being held up for 21 days? Alright, well, then that's another confirmation of, well, there's one more,
Good morning, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher, a puppet for my people.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with the Trumpet for My People. And I want to share with you today from Daniel chapter 10, verses 13 and 14. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days. And behold, Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me.
Alright, guys, so here's the thing. My computers, 3 computers here, one in another location. I'm having some really strange anomalies. My computers are opening up in Russian. And
yeah, you're not contending with the Prince of Persia. Alright, it's official. Washington D.C., the White House. What do you get out of this? Anybody? What do you get out of this? And it's concerning the 9/11. Well, I'm getting first is going to be Washington D.C. That's first. What's second and third and 4, 3, 2, 1?
Today is December 4th, 2019.
Okay, so he's, look, mouthpieces for the elite. Everyone that's talking, you need to listen to them because they're telling you right now. Within 7 days, what does he have here? December 6th, 5G network going live. Huh, I didn't know that. Good information, Steve Fletcher. December 8th, Comet 21. So the 21 days, December 8th. Well, close to it, between that and the 11th. December midnight, Israel's election deadline. Cry at midnight. So he's pushing a rapture 12:12, which is a manifestation of Jesus Christ, according to Steve. 6,666 days from 9/11. Okay. Well, how about 65 days from the second 9/11 on 12/11? Because this is why. Look, this is why they do this kind of stuff. They throw out the 11 there, they throw out the 12, but they throw out the 9 and 11 right next to it, so you can look at it as 12/11. 12/11. "70 years from Israel government, Jerusalem, 70-year Enoch, Israel first cabinet, 24 Enoch calendar, I don't know, full moon, appointed day, December 13th, Friday the 13th. Date of abomination, Kislev, whatever, 15. Kislev, your ass goodbye, 15. Just notice one other thing. Everything here, so far, I'm getting the second 9/11 out of everything. Wednesday, 9/11, 21 days, 2, 9/11, second 9/11, 12/11. I'm getting all that out of that because it's on Wednesday, 12/11. And then there's a 2-week period where I think the Democrats disappear. I think that's what it is. They disappear for 2 weeks. But that's just really talking about, they see the Democrats, when Trump's talking about the Democrats, he's referring to the truth. He just is, because not that they're the truth, but he's referring to the truth on YouTube. Because there's going to be 2 weeks of disappearing, a disappearing act. And then come this day here, well, let's see if, oh, I'm not going to go into any further than that, but 9/11 is, to me, it's a 3 or 4 shot deal in one day. Oh boy, I mean, it's like you might as well just straight up just tell us, like just flat out come out and say it. First, Washington D.C., okay, and the United States, both on December 12th. The Bank of the United States, also known as the First Bank, opened for business in Philadelphia, PA. Nice. Washington, D.C. was established as the capital of the United States. Joseph, whoever, South Carolina, became the first black lawmaker to be sworn in the U.S. House of Representatives. I'm not getting anything out of the rest of it. The first radio signal to cross the Atlantic. Wow, these radio signals are changing here. The first all-mental aircraft made its first flight. Okay, well, yeah, so the flight. Oh, I see. The flight also 12/12. Pray that your flight's not in the winter on a Sabbath. So the flight here, referring to the rapture, but also aircraft, referring to the radio signal, airwaves, YouTube, aircraft carrier being sunk by that time, made its first flight. And, well, it's the craft. You know, the craft is going to succeed for it to prosper, but the air needs to be clean. We need clean air and clear water. Clear water and clean air. Climate change. We need a change in the climate.
World leaders appear to mock him in video. 2019. Trump cuts NATO summit trip short after world leaders appear to mock him.
Oh, it's just like the Messiah. Just like Jesus Christ when they were mocking him.
In video.
Oh, in video, like YouTube video, and why we're getting shut down. I understand, Steve. Here you go again, what Trump announced on Wednesday. Donald Trump is leaving the NATO summit in London earlier than planned. Trump announced on Wednesday at the White House that it's going to get blown up at 9:33 a.m., I believe. But I don't know if it's first. See, well, either way, it's 8:48 a.m. It might not even be. It might just be 9:03 a.m. to continue. You know how the first 9/11 was 8:46, I believe, and then 9:03. So then the second 9/11, you go ahead with 9:03 again, and then 30 minutes later, instead of 15, 30 minutes later, 9:33. Either way, Trump had the 9:33 number out there, and they all like to show the White House like with smoke above it, like the clouds, but have it look like it was blown up.
Today's news. I'd like to get you caught up on some headlines that have occurred.
Here's the Star. The Star airplane that is going to be blamed. It's going to be blamed for the second 9/11. The second 9/11.
Requires the State Department to certify that Hong Kong is autonomous enough to justify favorable U.S. trading terms that have helped the territory grow as a world financial center. The law states that Hong Kong is a part of China, but has a largely separate.
So this is where Trump is given until Christmas.
Russia's new Kinzhal Dagger air-launched hypersonic missile has been tested in the freezing Arctic conditions. It successfully struck a land-based target in what was the maiden test of its kind. The official warned that Kim Jong-un isn't willing to play ball. What is left to be done now is the U.S. option, and it is entirely up to the U.S. what Christmas gift it will select to get. The thinly veiled threat can be translated as either give us
second 9/11
or get ready for a new nuclear weapon or longer.
So this is going to be one of the rumors that North Korea shot 2 missiles, okay? 2 of them in Philadelphia. At least.
Sad. But anyway, so now all I have to do is just laser focus Johnny on the delivery of the message to y'all, and laser focus Johnny on finishing what the Lord has tasked me with.
Here you go. These are the laser focused Johnnies right here. They're coming.
Already going to get comments and emails on this, but the antichrist cannot be revealed until the church is removed. We're going to see that, by the way, when we get to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I cannot wait. Thank God for Satan being allowed by God to block Paul from going to Thessalonica, going back there, because Thessalonians chapter 2. I cannot wait. This, I might as well. I'm already going to get comments and emails on this, but the antichrist cannot be revealed until the church is removed. We're going to see that, by the way, when we get to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2.
When we get to the second 9/11, okay? When we get to the second 9/11, he can't wait. Chapter 2, I can't wait. Chapter 2, 21, 2. Cannot wait. Here's what makes me sick. This is what I'm so tired of hearing. The Luciferians that think that when they say their code words that nobody can hear what they're saying, and they think that they're so slick because they know this truth and they hide it. It's sickening anymore. This is what has to stop. Just tell the truth, people. You know what I mean? Like, even the biggest damn liar on planet Earth can't stand when people lie to him. Right, Steve?
Cannot wait. Thank God for Satan being...
No, it's not Satan being... He's saying thank God for Satan. And then the way the Masonic Lodge has taught people to say things is say that and continue on with your sentence and just pretend that you weren't really thanking God for Satan. But thank God for Satan. Why? Because Satan's getting ready to turn everybody's asses back to God. But he's thanking Satan. He's thanking Satan. He's not thanking God. He'll thank God later on, after Satan done showed his ass where to go.
The antichrist cannot be revealed until the church is removed. We're going to see that, by the way, when we get to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I cannot wait. Thank God for Satan being allowed by God to block Paul from going to Thessalonica, going back there, because we have 2 letters that we're going through right now.
2 letters. We got 2 witnesses also.
Of 42 months and some change on the days. So we got 3 years. We got 6 months. 42 months and some change on the days. So we got 3 years. We got 6 months. 1 week. The 1 week is for the altar that gets shut down once the temple is actually rebuilt. That 1 week right there is a 1 week time frame that the altar is actually shut down, because by the time this is over with, that temple will probably be ready for sacrifice, animal sacrifice, which is what the Talmud require, but it's not going to happen. And in 3 days, for rise to rise, 3 days to rise. So you've got 36, 3 years, 6 months, 1 week, and so you got 42 months and 10 days altogether. Okay, and we're gonna calculate the date from when. Now, see, 30 days before this date right here, this 9/23 date, there was a harbinger, and the harbinger the people don't realize, but this.
Or the 7 days is within and before when you got the shutdown. You're gonna have 21 days. So from this point here to Christmas, or the 11th, second 9/11, where the abomination desolation stand in the holy place in the midst of the week. You get 2 weeks disappearance and 7 days. Or it starts from here, which is the 3 days, and the 7 days is within the 42 months. In other words, there's a countdown for the last 7 days. So when those bowls of wrath get poured out, I heard Click talking about something about 18 to 20 hours a day working, 18 to 20 hours a day. So if it's it could be he could be trying to play that 18 to 20 2-3 bypass or something. But when you got the 7 days going up to the 28th, when it's time for, like, after all the, either way, whatever date it is, when the 7 bowls of wrath is poured out by the Klekites, after that it's 3 days of darkness, because according to God, he's gonna just shut down the sun for 3 days and then let it rise back up. In the midst of the week, he'll cause the prayers to cease for the overspreading of abomination, which is right here, which is God doing that, not the antichrist. But they'll try to play it out. Either way, I feel more like the 2020 vision is meant for the elite to start off the year with a bang, like in other words, darkness, because the sun has been rising up our entire life, and it's been light. So every year has been starting off with the sun rising. So when the sun doesn't rise and it's in the midst of the week, well, when they're planning on, like, say the sun goes down and it's 3.5 days, and then at this point here is the time where they have planned to turn their face against their own land, but they're but they stumble and fall because God caused all the prayers to cease for the overspreading of the abominations. And their vision fails all the way through. So I see them really playing out 2020 as their vision to start off with a bang on a new year.
This was the harbinger right here. That was the harbinger. It came 30 days prior to this date right here. Okay? About 30 days. 31, 32 days, something like that.
Oh yeah, 32 days or something like that. 31, 32, or 3-2, or 2-3, or the 2-3 bypass.
Will probably be ready for sacrifice, animal sacrifice, which is what the Talmud require, but it's not going to happen. And in 3 days, for a rise to rise, 3 days to rise. So you've got 36, 3 years, 6 months, 1 week, and so you got, 42 months and 10 days altogether. Okay, look, 3 days before the woman clothed with the moon. All right, right there. See it?
Now I do.
This is when the Great Tribulation, this is when the first half of tribulation began, right here. This is when it began.
Right where?
The Great Tribulation begins.
Where does it start at? Is it back here, or is it over? I see it over here somewhere.
Once this time is up, right here.
Once that time is up.
The altar gets shut down for a week, and then you've got 3 days to rise for the witness.
For the what?
Shut down for a week, and then you've got 3 days to rise for the witnesses right there, and then this is going to give you your...
That looks awfully familiar, that date there. It almost looks like the time that I actually started my YouTube channel. And then all the days of Adam being fulfilled at 1,000. And I just walk with God for the next 365 days.
Great Tribulation date, when it's going to begin. Okay, so we go, that's the first half right there, see? April 2nd, 2021, or alternative result, Saturday, April 3rd, 2021, from the correct start date. The start date was 9/23/2007. Here is the one that's keeping Satan from manifesting into the flesh. He's not come down yet, but he will, and he'll be loose for a short time.